welcome to Among the Sleep Explained. First we'll go through a quick plot summary to recap your memory, followed by an analysis, and then we'll get into the idioms and tropes of the game. The story begins as a 2-year-old toddler is having his birthday celebration at home with his mother. The celebration is interrupted by a visitor at the front door who is hidden from the player, but the story suggests it is the player's father, with whom the mother has separated. The conversation is muffled and partly kept from the player as the mother raises her voice, refusing the father's request to see his son. The mother's angry tone frightens the toddler, whose fear is presented as blurred vision. Quickly, the mother returns with a gift. It is suggested to be from the father, but the mother doesn't tell who the gift is from. Instead, she carries the child and the gift upstairs to the 2-year-old's bedroom, a place of bright, warm colors and streaming sunlight. The gift is revealed to be a hand-me-down teddy bear, which appears to be alive in the 2-year-old's eyes. The teddy bear introduces himself as Teddy. After a few minutes of playing together, they go into the closet, where the toddler's imagination translates the closet into a much larger, dark room with long black coats. Teddy explains that if the child gets scared in the dark, he can hug Teddy to feel more safe. The small adventure is ended by the mother finding them. She tells the child gently to stop hiding from Mummy and puts the 2-year-old to bed. The toddler wakes in the night to find Teddy being taken by an invisible entity, and the cot is overturned, again by an unseen hand. The player leaves the bedroom and rescues Teddy from drowning in a washing machine. The bear says that something is not right, and that they need to find Mother, who is somehow missing. The search translates into a journey through environments created by the child's imagination. The landscape's eerie design and monstrous threats suggest a psychological insight into the child's coping with his parents' breakup, as well as the mother's abusive treatment of him. Teddy instructs the player to find 4 memories the child had of happier times with his mother that will lead him to her. The memories take the forms of 4 objects the child associates with his mother: her pendant from a necklace shown at the start of the game, the music box she plays to put him to sleep at night, a storybook, and the boy's toy pink elephant. Recurring themes found in the imaginary places include the child's toys, items from the family home, places the child has presumably visited, bottles of alcohol implicitly telling that the mother has a drinking problem, drawings made by the child, some showing the parents fighting over custody of their son, and others of the mother scaring her toddler, and a shadow-like monster that torments the player. The troll-like monster is an echo of a lullaby, Trollsmoor's Vagsang, excuse my German, hummed by the mother to lull the child to sleep. After the last memory is found, the child and Teddy are captured by a coated monster, and in the ensuing struggle, Teddy's arm is torn off. With all of the memories found, the child exits the closet and is back in his own room. He heads downstairs to find his mother crying in the kitchen, a damaged Teddy in one hand, a wine bottle in the other, revealing that the monster during the game was the mother losing her temper during her drunken moments. When the player attempts to retrieve the bear, the mother knocks her child over and shouts at the player to get away before she shows signs of remorse. The mother apologizes and tells the toddler she didn't mean to, and that it was all too much, implying that she was struggling as a single mother. There is a knock at the front door that the mother doesn't react to. Instead, she continues crying. When the toddler goes to the front door, it opens and reveals a glowing white light. The player's father is heard talking to the child and then remarks upon Teddy's broken arm, stating that he can fix him. The game then ends with the father, child, and beloved toy reunited. The monsters. Throughout the game, the toddler is chased by 2 monsters, a frizzy-haired swamp beast and a trenchcoat with eyes on the inside. Each of these respective monsters is a representation of how the toddler views his parents. The swamp monster, aka the mother. The swamp monster is a representation of how the toddler views his mother, or rather, his mother when she's drunk. An interface screw occurs at least 3 times throughout the game. Once at the start, when his mother leaves the room and he hears her getting angry. Again when he looks at the swamp monster, and one final time at the end when the mother lashes out against her child. The screw never occurs when the mother is content, implying that the child believes that his mother becomes a monster when she gets angry. This fact is reinforced by the drawings found throughout the game. The mother and the monster are shown as separate entities. The appearance of the monster is also bizarre, in that it wears a tank top, shorts, and has frizzy hair. This is possibly the state of the mother after she awakens from a hangover, and, as such, is the most common time for when Mummy may get angry. Additionally, at the end of the game, the mother is drunk, yet the interface is completely normal until she strikes him because she isn't dressed like the monster, and as such, the toddler isn't aware that she's angry. Notably, the monster chases the toddler on sight, but never outright looks for him. It's the mother trying to get him to piss off. The Trenchcoat monster, aka the father. The Trenchcoat monster is a representation of how the toddler views his father. The appearance is likely inspired by the big, long trench coat the father might wear. It's possible the father wears this coat the majority of the time, as there are dozens of them in varying areas of the game, meaning that the toddler not only thinks that he owns a ton of trench coats, but shows up in a different one each time. Judging by the sheer number of coats, he probably shows up a lot. Unlike the swamp monster, the Trenchcoat monster seems to actively look for the child, reflecting how often the father comes by to try and take him from the mother. This is also reflected when the monster tries holding up the toddler when he falls down the hole. He's trying to save his life. Despite this, the toddler runs away like normal, meaning he may have a desire to stay with his mother. The closet. The first time the toddler enters the closet is with Teddy, when there are trench coats everywhere. As previously mentioned, the father is linked to the trench coats, and is a positive figure, but here they're portrayed as ominous and fearful, reinforcing the child's fear of his father taking him away from his mother. Alternatively, they could be used as symbols of safety, just like the father. When the mother opens a closet, she specifically notes, "You need to stop hiding from mummy," implying that this is where he hides when she's drunk, which is often. This comes into play at the end because whatever the hell happened the night before, it ended with mummy crying and drunk on the floor with Teddy in one hand and the toddler hiding in his closet. The well. Within the second level through the magic portal, there are a series of paintings showing a normal-looking woman drinking from a well and turning into the swamp monster. This shows that the toddler has some idea that the monster is created from drinking something, so the well represents the alcohol. Teddy also reads part of a book in the beginning that mentions thirsty animals upon a hill digging a well to find water before they die of thirst. This could represent the mother's desperation for alcohol or the mother's need to sober up before it destroys her completely. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope this was helpful.